I don't know if you caught this. This happened last week sometime, and I kind of missed it, but a lot of you sent me this video. Check this out. Watch this.
If people are screwing around, they're not at work, they're not where they're supposed to be, it's outrageous.
This is, again, coming from the governor of the welfare state that allows able working body people to collect benefits from the able-bodied people that are working. Okay, that is what's going on here. Just wait until you see. I just watched this entirety of this video. A lot of you sent it to me, but wait until you see what she says.
More Healey weighing in on 25 investigates bombshell investigation on overtime reporting at MassDOT. The governor's outrage, the latest fallout from investigative reporter Ted Daniels' 7-month probe. And
I'm trying to get Ted on my podcast too, but there's some, maybe the news station doesn't agree with everything that I say or something like that, but I'm trying, okay? I am trying.
Some of the highest paid highway workers' timesheets. Tonight, she's promising prosecution pending the outcome of an independent investigation. 25 Investigates broke the story Tuesday night, highlighting apparent discrepancies between the overtime hours several employees reported working and the times our cameras saw them leaving work and returning home over many days. One employee made triple his base salary with overtime last year, $240,000. MassDOT's already put 7 employees on leave. Ted sat down with Highway Administrator Jonathan Gulliver on Wednesday. He confirmed the state has launched an independent investigation into what our reporting uncovered. Governor Healey did not mince words when asked about this late this afternoon.
Anytime somebody is ripping off the public, ripping off taxpayers, I'm outraged. And
what does she think she's doing? What really? What does she think that she is doing? Between the cost of energy here, the Mass Save program that's disproportionately affecting gateway cities where the more rich environments are benefiting more from it. The SNAP fraud that has happened inside of Massachusetts. What does she think she's doing? We live in a welfare state where there's able-bodied people that can work that don't. They don't work. They don't work and they live off of the government. They take a temporary program and they make it permanent. So what the hell is she talking about here? And then what she ended up doing was she tried to be fair, she tried to get a prosecutor, which she probably already knew was never going to happen, on the parole board. Like what she's doing here, we see a trend, right? We're currently seeing a trend where Maura Healey is playing politics and she's trying to come out and say things so that her supporters will, they'll still support her. Because if she didn't say anything at all, it would look terrible. But the fact remains, she is the arbiter of most of the issues inside of the state. I don't care if she inherited those issues, which I understand that she probably did. But like I've said before, she's carried the torch. She's carried 2 torches with both hands. She continues to keep on doing what she's doing. And meanwhile, she is gaslighting the public into thinking that she is on the right trajectory or she is on the right path, but without looking at the mirror. That's really what's going on here.
I hope whatever the investigation yields, know that they're going to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. And I work with people across state government, local government, federal government who show up every day and do their jobs and work really hard. And that's what the public deserves. That's what the public expects. But boy, when I saw that, I went through the roof.
She probably went through the roof because they found it. She's probably more mad at this guy, the guy that investigated the fraud, than she is at the workers committing the fraud. That is the honest to God truth. That is the reality that we're living here in Massachusetts. This is the honest to God reality. She'll be more upset with the people looking for the fraud than the people committing the fraud. That is the state of Massachusetts today.
When asked if higher-ups were complicit, the governor said she ordered Gulliver to get to the bottom of that issue, and she has a zero tolerance for any type of fraud involving taxpayer money.
If you have zero tolerance for any type of fraud, then why are you not reporting your fraud that is happening within the SNAP benefit program? I mean, it's completely illogical. You can't say that you're outraged that in one hand, you can't say that you're outraged that people are stealing taxpayer money, but meanwhile, in the other hand, you are allowing people to steal taxpayer money. It's completely hypocritical, completely hypocritical.
Adding, quote, "I'm sure people will lose their jobs." You can see 25 Investigates full report right now on our website.
That was a great, he did a fantastic job. So like I was saying earlier, I've messaged him and we did communicate a little bit back and forth, because what I tried to do is I tried to, I know a lot of people don't like the news, but the legacy media, but when I see a story and I see an investigative journalist that actually, took the steps necessary to uncover some levels of fraud, I mean, it's only in my right to stand behind that and to try to get as much eyeballs and attention on it as humanly possible. So hopefully I could get him on the podcast, even if it's not necessarily a sit down and it's just virtual. I would like to know the methodology, how he got to the point that where he was at, and if it would, if he was tipped off, or how it all transpired and how it all happened. But the fact remains, the only reason Healey is pissed off about this because it happened under her watch and people caught it. That's the only legitimate reason why she is so pissed off. Let's be honest with ourselves here.